What happens when you're in the workplace, when you're at home, when you're volunteering, and you are expecting one thing to happen, but something else completely different happens, and you are thrown off your game? So I want to quickly talk about that, about playing your own game. So here's a story. One of the men goes and makes a call, a business call, and he's doing some work that somewhat overlaps with another of his client's vendors. And we don't know anything about the other vendor, but it seems like she might have been a little threatened by what was going on. There was a meeting, they both show up, and she's very negative, she's very hostile, she's very aggressive, and he is pushed back on his heels. He is not in his power in that morning because he was really surprised. Also, as he acknowledged later, that his reaction might have been different if had it been a man. So some of his issues around mom and women, they were coming up at the same time. But regardless of what was happening, he was pushed off his game. And so how do you stay on your game when something surprising like this happens? He raced to sort of accommodate her because he didn't know what to do. Now, he didn't make any huge mistakes. He didn't confront her because he knew that that wouldn't do any good. And in the end, everything was resolved. But he was left with the question, what do I do when this happens in the future? And you have to remember that taking control, being in your power, doesn't mean sort of overpowering someone else. It means being able to stay right where you need to be, and understanding that somebody from the outside can't coerce you, can't bully you, can't make you go to a place that you haven't intended to go to. And so he learned it for the next time. And what we talked about was like in basketball, when teams are playing, one might have a fast break offense and one might not. And when a team is behind, they often will take on the characteristics of the other team. So all of a sudden they might break into a fast break offense. And when they do that, they've moved completely away from their game plan, and it usually doesn't work for them. And what they needed to do was they needed to keep their pace and regroup. And that's what we need to do in life. We need to stay on our game plan, stay calm, and know that if we stay in that place, we'll find the solutions that we need to whatever problem might be coming up. We can't fall victim to someone else's agenda, somebody else's negativity, and we don't want to confront it oftentimes either because it's not going to do any good. So being the man you want to be means staying in your power, playing your own game. And like this man did today, it also means picking up the phone and asking for help to get clarity about what he can do better in the future. And so I encourage all you men to ask for help. And I'll ask you for help now too by sharing this message with men you care about so that more men get the support they need to be the best men they can be.